Good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's GTON Team AMA. I'm Ilya, and it's my pleasure to have my colleagues here, Alex Pibrushev and Alex Telegin, to answer your questions and provide a deeper look into the project's current affairs and our latest news. So, before we dive in, I want to say thanks to everyone for being here with us today. I think this is a great opportunity for the community to gain a better understanding of what the team has been working on and what we have in store for the future. So, without further ado, let's get started. We've gathered your questions from various online channels, such as this Discord server, the Telegram chat, and grouped them into categories. So, first up, Alexei, do you want to start with a quick introduction?
Hey guys, I'm founder of GTON, Alex, and my role is like strategic vision of the projects and some implementation of different products, and the goal is to always find insights how we can basically leverage the new Web3 technology into the new emerging industries. So at the moment, those are GameFi and SocialFi. I think we can talk about that later. And so I think there are a bunch of questions Ilya prepared from different sources, and would like to answer all of them. Thank you.
Sure, let's go ahead and start with the question. So the first is going to be about market sentiment. It's like a general question of the current market sentiment and what our thoughts about it are. So, what is our perspective on the current crypto market? Do you think we have reached a bottom, and what would be your tentative prediction for the next few months?
It's a good question, actually, because somehow we were prepared for that. I mean, most of our treasury reserves were in stablecoins. Even some community members, they were against that because it was a market up trend a few months ago, like a year ago, and despite of that, somehow we are thinking that if you're building the interesting products which people will use, you don't have to be so worried about the market. I mean, this was our mistake last year. We were focusing too much on the market, and it's obvious because then you are building something with the tokenomics. You are basically working in the season-based time. Like one time you have an opportunity to build anything, and anyone will buy digital assets. Another years you have nobody on the party, right? So yeah, I think right now we're in the bear market. It will continue for some time. But the most important thing for us at the moment is to build the foundation. I mean, product protocols and the user base to not only survive this bear cycle, but also be ready for the next bull run. And if you know how to grow in a bear cycle, on the bull run, you can be a winner, right? You can be a leader of that market. So this is our vision at the moment, and I hope the market will turn soon. But again, for us, it shouldn't be a matter. Like we have to be ready for whatever it takes for market to be revived again.
Alrighty then. So the next group of questions, I think they're going to be addressed both to Alex Piprushev and Alex Telegin, our CTO. So first off, a lot of people have been asking about the mainnet launch and the transition from testnet to mainnet. So is there any fixed planned date for the official mainnet launch?
Yes, there actually is. And if we are talking about Mainnet, the launch date is yesterday, because yesterday we got the final version of the rollup that is already live on atop of Binance chain. And basically, all the contracts are in place. You are able to deploy contracts if you are whitelisted. So if you want to launch a new project on top of GTON network right now, you have to talk to us in order to get the deployment rights. But other than that, everything is live. And what we want to do, we don't want to just roll it out and let anyone use all the projects that we have on top of this current mainnet, because we also have to make some final checks in production that the state of the rollup can be easily retrieved from the one chain, etc. Also add some additional nodes so that the load is balanced between different servers for this chain. But yeah, in general, the mainnet is already live, and we're going to start announcing the projects that are live and ready for end users to participate in fairly soon, probably within a week.
Nice, thank you. I'm pretty sure these are amazing news for our community. So, Alex, did you want to add something else? You unmuted yourself.
Yeah, just a few cents. Alex mentioned that there is only whitelisted users are able to deploy. This is true. It is because we have alpha stage of the mainnet at the moment. So we have to test everything in one place, and such things with the whitelisting is actually important security thing. But it will not be forever, of course. The more confident we'll have, the better user experience for those who are ready to deploy contracts on the rollup. The more conditions will be provided. So, I just want to add a few cents about the development team. The development team did an amazing job working on the weekends to make the mainnet release possible. And I really like to see first projects from outside. It's already building on it. I think we can talk about it a bit later, but it's a good news. We not only have the mainnet, we also have some third-party applications running on it. Of course, with our assistance and consultancy, but it's a good sign. And yeah, so I think we can talk about that later, right?
Yeah, sure. There's a whole separate section dedicated to different projects and products that we plan to launch. But now I think it makes more sense to dig a bit deeper into the technical features of the mainnet that we've just launched. So, Alex Telegin, how does this blockchain launch differ from the previous ones that we had? Could you provide a technical overview of the new mainnet's features?
Yes, of course. So first of all, we changed the level 1 chain that we are building upon, and this is basically to first of all reduce the cost of running the blockchain at the initial stages, because in order to run a rollup, you have to dump the entire state of it into the level 1 blockchain. And on Ethereum, when you don't have enough traffic, enough transactions to generate fees on the rollup, basically you have to spend a lot of money maintaining the rollup and trying to make it work from the ground up. So switching to Binance Chain allowed us to cut the costs here by around like 7 times. So it's quite substantial, and we are certain that with this change, we will be able to reach that critical level of users that that helps us maintain the pricing of the rollup, like the maintenance up, self-sufficient. And also we've changed the implementation in that it's really a minimum diff with the original Optimism rollup implementation, so that it's much easier for us to upgrade to newer versions of Optimism, specifically the Bedrock release that they are testing right now on Gurley mainnet, and it's about to be launched on Optimism mainnet within probably the first quarter of 2023. So yeah, once they've tested it in production, we are able to just take that code, implement it on our lab, and basically have the same latest functionality and the same optimizations in regard to the rollup costs that they have in the new release on our GTON chain as well. So these are the two main differences, and from technical point of view.
Yeah, awesome. And I'd like to add that besides the technical benefits, the fact that we're building on the BNB chain as a settlement layer, it also allows us to focus on the Binance ecosystem and easily attract users from that ecosystem to our layer 2, and to cater our layer 2 blockchain ecosystem to their needs, and select different products that would be the most fascinating, interesting for those kinds of users. So, but let's keep lingering on this technical point. How will the mainnet? So I just wanted to mention that in the past we focused a lot on the idea of interoperability of different blockchains. So we built some Oracle solutions and bridge solutions, and understandably, some people are interested in how our new mainnet will support interoperability with other blockchain networks besides the layer 1, which it is tightly coupled with. Do you guys have any idea how to answer that question?
I can start because it's mostly about, it's absolutely valuable question about cross-chain interoperability, but I think instead of building our own bridges, we still will continue the work with the partners. I mean, we have a few partners for the blockchains, and those are multi-chain, those are Bridge, those are Beamer Bridger, right, between different rollups. And the thing is, we will continue to do our thing, which are base infrastructure, rollup, and the stablecoin. On top of it, the products with the focus on user funnel, on user engagement, and activity generation on the rollup. But everything else, especially cross-chain integrations, we don't have to build in-house. First of all, because we don't have resources for that. But even if we have such resources, it's better to be focused on something. And fortunately, we have such partners with a good relationship who will help us with the cross-chain interoperability for the rollup. And last year it worked well. There is no issues to leverage this strategy as well in the next run.
Okay, thanks. So another important question: are there any plans to introduce any incentives or rewards for early adopters during the mainnet launch?
It's a good question. Of course, we'll have some kind of competitions where people or beta testing programs will say I'm not sure that those will be a massive campaigns. First of all, because it just doesn't work on the bear market. I mean, anything you are doing with the airdrops or token incentives just doesn't work that markets. People are selling tokens. They are not your loyal audience. Of course, it's not true in general, because where some specific cases where it's can probably working, right? And of course, we'll have some incentives solutions for certain products. Like for our Learn to Earn game, those will be free rounds. Our partners who are building prediction market games, there will be some free prediction attempts, etc. You have potential to win a prize without risking money, but this will be really targeted campaigns to attract only the user base. And this is really different from most of the campaigns with the airdrops. I hope there will be change in the market sentiment, and the airdrops and the launch pads and things like farming will start working again. But until till it doesn't, we will not do that.
Okay, that makes sense. So now let's delve into the more broad overview of the project strategy and the roadmap. So Alex Pipushev, can you give us an overview of the project's path forward and some thoughts you have about the success strategy? And I think we've lost Alex. I think he just deafened his headphones, maybe accidentally. Can somebody tell him? Just give me a second. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, all good. I'm answering the questions in chat. Well, yeah, we have to
Awesome.
wait for Alex to come
maybe
back.
I'll switch to another question and then when Alex comes back, he can answer about the project strategy. So basically, another question that the community asked was when can we expect the project's products to become available? And the thing is, we're going to be focusing on several central projects. As soon as the mainnet is made publicly available, accessible for everyone, we're going to be releasing those projects that we already tested on testnet extensively. We're going to be releasing them in quick succession. I would say it would probably take 2 weeks to deploy each new project. It's going to be a blast, like a very fast cycle. Then, as Alex mentioned, we also have plans to focus on creating different launch pads, maybe in collaboration with Binance if it's possible. But this would require a bit of a different market sentiment to work. But we do have several key projects that I'm going to mention perhaps in about a few minutes. But right now, I think Alex is back with us, and I want to go back to the important question of the project's path forward and the success strategy that he thinks we're going to be employing during the next few months. So could you give a quick overview?
So you mean the projects we are building, right?
No. I would like you to talk more about the project strategy and the roadmap. What will be the broad roadmap that we're going to pursue this year?
So for the first few months, there will be huge focus in the in-house learn to earn game. It is already showing really nice engagement within the team, within the people we are working closely, and we're gonna make it Web3 integrated as well. No more information to surprise you in the near future, guys. Learn to earn means that the more you know, or better you are, or faster you are learning, the better chance to win the prizes and be a leader in the leaderboard you'll have. So this game is really engaging, and it's a perfect example of different technologies combination, like Web3, blockchain, and gamification of different stuff. This is really important for the next few months. I think half of this year there will be strict focus on that. Why we need it? Because we have to show that there are some projects, blockchain games, or whatever services which can be easily adopted, but at the same time they have reason to be integrated with the Web3 technologies, right? So this will be one strategic area of interest. We will be focused on that. We will be working as product company here, more than R&D company. But of course, we also have our platform. And the thing is, the Learn to Earn game will be a proof of concept that the platform we are building is basically suitable enough for building games and other applications on it, right? So of course, the R&D will still work. There will be some more focus on the third-party applications running on the rollup and utilizing the stablecoin. But first of all, we have to test it. we have to show the application, which is utilizing all the power of the infrastructure. And once it's done, this will work for the platform itself. I mean, then once you have a platform and a successful use case of it, there is no difficulties to attract projects and builders teams to build on this platform, just because you already have a use case, right? So of course people will do it, and those cases shouldn't be trivial like a year ago. I mean, most often then once you have the blockchain platform, or then you have like new infrastructure, what is going on? People just copying and pasting the same solutions. Like once you have a new blockchain, you have Uni fork, you have Aave fork, you have whatever, and then some wash trading there, like, you know, coin flipping back and forth. But the problem is people don't need it. Like, we already have more supply of such technologies and applications and products than real demand on it, right? So this is not a right way to do. And I think the difference is at the moment to be focused on much bigger audience than the Web3 audience at the moment. But in the end of this strategy, we'll show how to convert this audience into the Web3 and, you know, teach them. And this is our vision for this year. I hope this works. And to be very honest, it's actually sometimes even easier. Because once you have a bear market and you have crypto for crypto project, it is almost impossible to sell, because again, despite the fact there is more supply of such projects on the market already, the audience is even decreasing, because on the bear market people are going to falling into the apathy, right? Once you are not targeting this audience, you have much bigger opportunities to market it properly, to have better user metrics, to have better user economy. And in the end, you are converting some of them, like most active or pro users, into the Web3. You have on loyal audience, you have users, not just investors or airdroppers, and the new refreshing community from that. And this is a vision for this year. Really exciting to start this new page this year.
Okay, thanks a lot. So lastly, we're going to be discussing those learn to earn games and perhaps other products that you mentioned. So the first question would be, are there any additional games or plans for future products beyond the learn to earn quiz? But I think it makes sense to start with describing the quiz application itself in more detail. So the GTON quiz is already in production in beta. It's I would say it's an edutainment application which partially uses GTON network for rewarding the users, and it allows one to create and solve quizzes. We're considering enabling prize funds allocation in crypto and distribute them via smart contracts using GTON network as a settlement layer. But then there are some other interesting directions where we want to take it. Since the base application is already up and running, it's working pretty well. There are some features that we want to integrate, and one of them that I personally find the most interesting is that we want to use this novel technology of GPT-3 and ChatGPT to generate quizzes on the fly, and then to automate the entire schedule of quiz games where people would be, almost challenged to either answer the questions generated by AI or to compete with other AIs or AI bots. And that way we're going to be building a whole edutainment platform. The focus of those questions can be pretty broad. It might not be even limited to crypto and Web3, and we want to take like a broad brush and take different kinds of categories of questions. So that's going to be a separate project. Then, of course, we have GTON Shop, which is supposed to be the largest NFT marketplace built on GTON network, where you would be able to discover, collect, and sell different NFTs. And this could also be tightly coupled with the GTON Quiz application as well. Then there's supposed to be some set of basic functionality for every new blockchain, and one of the things that we aim to publish as soon as possible is going to be the Gnosis Safe, which, as pretty sure everybody knows, it's a multi-signature wallet solution. So we're going to be hosting a separate instance for Gnosis Safe that you would allow you to deploy those multi-signature contracts on GTON network as well. Then, of course, GTON Exchange is going to be the GTON native DEX, which is based on Uniswap v2, also extensively tested on our testnet. And another interesting thing, which is being built by a separate company, is one of the first projects that will appear on the network. It's called 4C. It's actually a fork of PancakeSwap's prediction game. So it's a sort of a prediction market, a decentralized application, which would allow users to make predictions about the price of a crypto asset. So we're going to start with BNB as the first crypto asset over time, and then place bets. And if you predict correctly where the asset's price is going to go, then you're going to win some rewards from the common reward pool. So those are just several central applications that we're going to be focusing on in the next few development sprints. So perhaps we could maybe, I'm sorry, I'm having notifications. I just need to mute them. Sorry for that. So basically, another thing that I wanted to touch upon is the maybe talk more about GTON Quiz. Alex, do you want to take it over and talk about how we want to make different raffles and sponsored events and the entire user flow of how you can participate in GTON Quiz? I'm pretty sure you could elaborate on that.
Yeah, I think what I can say at the moment, the game will be running every 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes there will be different topics, so you can easily subscribe on different games, and you can compete with other people every round. We already tested 2 times this game. We already tested with using Kahoot technology, Kahoot application. We did it on the conference, Web3 Dubai, and we did it online about Web3, like, basic questions about Web3. And we're going to leverage this experience to like more regular games. And every 15 minutes, there will be games. People can join, everyone can play. There will be different topics. Of course, we'll ask community to help us to prioritize such topics, because I think if we'll only ask about crypto, that will be really boring quizzes. We have to ask about something else, so AI is helping us to make all the questions unique, so there will be no opportunity for people to Google questions and cheat somehow, because every time the question is asking is basically a new question generated by AI. And if you lucky, or if you are really educated about specific topics, you will be rewarded. You will be a leader within the competing group of people, and this is kind of learn to earn game. The better you know about certain topics, the better you prepared, the more chances you have to win the prize. And as we already tested, it's pretty engageful. So we have this software at the moment. We have all the functionality running. I think in a few weeks there will be a release of that functionality, and we'll start seeing some better engagement and some new community grow. In that situation, the community grow will be the community of users, those who engaged, who gonna share experience, share some suggestions into how to push the game. And of course, those who are switching from non-Web3 world, which is basically 99% of population, to the Web3, about their insights. And yeah, here we'll be in a win-win position because we are still within the Web3 space, and we are basically advocating it, this technology, because we believe in that. But at the same time, there will be a funnel for non-Web3 people to join the Web3 and try something new. Like once they have rewards in the form of NFTs, they can exchange it to something. To do that, they have to use exchanges like NFT to NFT or NFT to crypto tokens. They can do trades. Their first attempts of the trades, and yeah, this is really interesting to see. It's not just an experiment; it's basically the strategy to expand the market. But yeah, during the bear cycle, there is no space for competition with another Web3 projects, and we just have to do something which is targeting even bigger audience than the Web3 we have at the moment. And it's a good thing with the
I think you muted yourself.
Sorry. With the Binance chain, it's a good thing because there are some good solutions how people from non-even crypto can be onboarded into the crypto, or back forth, how they can cash out their own crypto rewarded from the games into the traditional assets. There are a bunch of users already on Binance chain, so there will be no cold start. But at the same time, there is an opportunity to bring even more users. So this year is a year for us to build as bigger user base as we can do. And this will not only be a user base of our quiz game, but basically of the roll-up and the Web3 technologies as well. So yeah, and of course, AI right now is showing that there is more and more applications for that. We'll start from one. We'll see what we can do with such experiments later. But at the moment, I think I described the picture.
Cool, thank you. And so there remains a last set of questions, which are dedicated to the elephant in the room, the future of GTON, the tokens staking and token swap. So let me ask you in more detail. Can you give us more information about the process of swapping GTON for OGXT, and discuss the possibility of adding a stablecoin as collateral for the GCD token? And then another part of this question is, will staking be available after the launch of the GTON network? And if so, what's the expected return?
The token swap will be implemented as described in the proposal. Just I forgot the formula, but it is on the forum, and there will be a few months of GTON exchange to a few months of the OGXT. But it will be implemented in a few months, because right now there is no rush with that. I mean, the market is depression, and we don't want to distract ourselves from the product, because the focusing on the crypto for crypto stuff at the moment will not help to anyone. I mean, the token swap is basically the procedure to migrate from one asset to another. It's not a new product. It's not pushing new users, etc. So there is no rush with that. We'll keep everyone posted about such things. But again, our main focus at the moment are users and products, because this will be much, it will be much profitable strategy for everyone within the community. Because without users and without products, the infrastructure has zero value. So yeah, all such questions about price, tokenomics, etc. We don't know what to answer at the moment. We will work on that, and it will be depends on the situation. But again, the focus, users and products which are utilizing the technology. Once it's done, everything else will technically be solved really easy and fast.
Got it. So I've actually exhausted the list of questions. I want to say thank you to Alex Pipushev and Alex Telegin for taking the time to answer the questions and sharing the recent use of GTON. So if you guys have any additional questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us on Discord or Telegram. Any closing remarks from the team?
Learn to earn.
Yes, so just keep an eye out on all the announcements that we make, and especially please participate in the new project that we are launching, because we'll need to test everything like once it's released to see how we can handle the traffic, how we can handle the number of users growing. So yeah, and it's gonna be entertaining as well, especially like GTON quiz and like commit pool and other stuff that we might have mentioned. Like all of it might be really interesting, so participate.
Awesome. And on that note, thank you once again for joining us. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Let's build. Bye bye.